So it is December 1st, and excuse my voice, I'm a little sick, but anyways, December 1st, we're going to be doing this Bible study of Luke all throughout Christmas. There's 24 chapters in Luke, and so that's like perfect. So I highly suggest that you go through this whole thing with me and learn a lot, because there's a lot to learn. So I got my Bible literally right here. I'm gonna kind of explain the story a little bit and like what we can learn. So Luke was written by Luke. Just a little, backstory. And it starts with the birth of John the Baptist. I think you say his name as Zachariah. I could be wrong. But there's this married couple, Zachariah and Elizabeth, who are very old and they could not have kids. And Zachariah was able to go in the temple of the Lord and burn some incense. And then whenever he got done with his prayer, he opened his eyes and he saw an angel. And the angel just said, "Don't be afraid. Your prayer has been heard." Because, imagine opening your eyes after you get done praying and there's, an angel right there. Anyway, so the angel just says that your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son, and you're going to call him John. And Zacharias is like, how can I be sure of this? I'm an old man, and my wife is pretty old too. So he was more saying it in, unbelief. No way this is going to happen. And the angel's just like, okay, whatever. Because you don't believe me, I'm going to make your mouth shut until the baby comes. I feel like in the same way, we rob ourselves as well from these little miracles, because we have the same attitude as he has. No way. And a little note that I wrote, sometimes we pray for something for a long, long time. But after years of heartfelt prayer, we give up out of disencouragement. Okay, obviously this isn't going to happen. But when we are in that place, we sometimes begin to doubt the love and care of God for us. But God always loves us, and his care never stops. So yeah, the angel shut his mouth when he came out of the temple. Everybody was expecting him to say something, but he couldn't. He was just using his hands, and they were like, what the heck? So the angel went to Mary now, the same one, and said, "Greetings, the Lord is with you." And then it says Mary was greatly troubled and was just like, what the heck? And then the angel said, "Do not be afraid. You will conceive and give birth to a son, and you're going to call him Jesus." And it says, he's going to be the Son of the Most High, and his kingdom will never end. And then Mary was asking, how is this? I'm a virgin. She was not asking it like Zachariah was asking it. She was more seriously, I'm wondering, how's this gonna happen? And then the angel basically told her about her cousin Elizabeth being pregnant, basically the same way. So Mary goes and she visits Elizabeth. At this point, Elizabeth is 5 months pregnant. But she was like, I gotta see my cousin. She's going through this too. and so when Mary came in, she saw Elizabeth, the baby that was in Elizabeth's stomach, leaped with joy. I was like, whoa, what just happened? And the fact that Mary was pregnant, I saw this note when I was doing my research about this and stuff. And it said, all of this took more trust in the Lord than we might think. Mary agreed to receive a pregnancy that would be seen as suspicious, and this in a culture that had a potential death penalty for adultery. Because they're like, Mary's pregnant. Mary's not what you think though. So imagine being Mary. You would be kind of scared. So we're at the part where it says the birth of John the Baptist. Basically, Elizabeth has her baby, has John, and they're like, oh, maybe, we can name him after his dad, Zachariah. And Elizabeth was like, no, he's going to be John. And so they're like, no one among you has relatives that name. And then they made signs to Zachariah so they can find out what to name the kid. And Zachariah asked for a writing tablet, and on it he wrote, his name is John. And then after that, he was able to speak. Boom. you know, all these months he could not speak, his mouth was shut. And then the second he said it was like, boom. Okay, you got a second chance. You redeemed yourself. Okay, you can talk. And that was the story. That was Luke 1. So that day 1, Luke 1, done. I really hope you guys learned something from this. I'm sorry about my voice again. If you guys want me to go more into like detail with certain things, let me know, because I don't know. I just explain it how I get it in my notes. So yeah. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow.